What's going on, Frank? Bamboo, what's up? Figured we'd get on here and talk about stocks and cryptos. So here we are. This is open to everybody, not just Patreon. Going to try not to give too many details away, but since we're kind of long, don't think it'll matter. What's up, Dan? Dan and then. So we're going to give a little bit of time for a few people to get in here, just for a minute. Let me try a couple things here. Bitcoin 8,800. After 89, 60 or 70 earlier today. Then we had a quick couple hundred sell off there, maybe on the stock scare, possibly. Hopefully, is my volume all right? Everything cool? Can you hear me? Everything all right? Stream healthy? Cool, Frank. I didn't plan this, so we might not have very many people in here. Hopefully everyone will watch it later. I did, let me slap it on Twitter real quick. I don't have the usual setup, so give me just a second here, sorry. What's up, Dubai? How you been? We still need to link up. I just got so much going on, so. 88.20. We're going to wait just a few seconds here, and then we're going to jump in. What up, Head Magister? Been a while. Johnny, let me give you a wrench. HP, same thing. Yeah, apologize for no live streams. It's just our Discord's so busy. Takes a lot of time. Nick got moved to a different house. He's been busy, so too much going on today, though. What's up, Taj? So I wanted to jump in here. I think first maybe we'll talk about the stock market here real quick. There's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You can see big red volume bars here. We are extremely oversold. I do think today late was capitulation. Maybe get a little bit more tomorrow, but anybody in our Discord knows I picked a few stocks today. I've pretty well stayed out of trouble. I mean, we were long bonds in the first part of this, made a little bit of money, and I bought a few stocks today. I might show some of them, a few more I'm looking at, but I don't want to get stopped out of any positions going into tomorrow. A couple I've got some losses in, but nothing major. Because again, most of my buying, I did more today, late yesterday. So we're long Square. I will give that one out. But here's the Dow Jones ETF DIA. I really think we're doing an ABC down. I think we're finishing up the first A. I will show the Wyckoff way. That's what I write about in my week in review. If you check that out the last few weeks, I've been bearish. We've got some long-term trading range here in the Wyckoff wave. You can see today we just took out, we're coming down to the support. We got a 35.49 on the technometer. So I do think there's support down here. So again, I think this is not investment advice. Do your own research, all the usual disclaimers, but I'd rather be a buyer tomorrow morning on any weakness than I would a seller. So we were called down 140 about 30 minutes ago for tomorrow. But again, I'd be a buyer. So for some type of relief rally. Here's Square that we bought 76.65, I believe it was, 2 days ago. I still like this one. 76.65, I believe. I'm going to throw that on here. That one did perform well today and then succumbed to the late selling, but I think that one will bounce right back in your face. So I still like Square here. What's up, Crispy? So Square I like. Let's go through a few more here. First of all, I'll show GDX. I was calling for an upthrust in GDX, and I was not a buyer up there. I was wanting to be a seller. I missed the opening print. And then today, they killed the miners, even if gold tried to stay friendly for a while. So, but we're oversold now in GDX, so just back in the middle of the trading range. I would think some sideways action, and then maybe a chance still to be short that at a later date. I'm going to throw a few more stocks up here. Ulta, ULTA on the 1 year, a volatile one, but that one's back at an interesting juncture. Jump resistance now backing up to it with a major oversold technometer. What else we want to show? Let's look at Twitter. Anything that looks like some of these I think I like, so backing up to previous resistance. I would look at AT&T. We traded well a couple times, been on the sidelines. I like the way it looks here. Springing previous levels here, so I was waiting for that. I did buy a little bit earlier today. 36 on the technometer, so I still like that one. There's going to be a bunch of ones I like here. I don't want to go over too many because those are given at our stock Discord and our pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com, and also we give those to our crypto people at patreon.com/learncrypto. So $40 a month for the Discord or the pro traders. What's up, Steve-O? Apple. Let's go back to like the 9-month. Obviously a major uptrend down here. Technometer 37 oversold, but it was that way also 2 days ago. So I mean, you had some previous support back here at 263, so I think that's probably still good support. Again, I have to think short term we're washing out here. What's up, Anthony? Long time. What's up, Moxon? So again, do your own research. Markets are extremely volatile and risky, but I'd rather be a buyer tomorrow morning on weakness. I'd be a buyer probably tomorrow morning even on strength. So, and again, Square's one that I definitely like. I like quite a few stocks here. So let's jump back into the cryptos. That's where we've had obviously a lot of students, a lot of Discord. We got 500 plus in our Discord. So this is Bitcoin. Just so everybody knows, so I don't catch any grief about it. I mean, we had some good buys down here at 7,600, etc., up to 88, 8,600. Did some more buying here at 86. These were partial buys, so I didn't really believe this rally. Sold some at 92.50. I got a little bit, probably just broke even to small losses up here. I kind of got chopped around. Scared of not being long, but not wanting to be. I had a small 25% loser on the way down. It's not marked here. I don't have time to mark that. But I did want to show that we were a buyer at 9,000 and I think it was 88.60 on yesterday's sell-off. I do like Bitcoin here. Ethereum, I did not trade very well on the way up, caught a few early trades, lost on a trade on the way down here. Again, long from 230, so I think you want to be long these here. Litecoin, did a buyer at Litecoin, not to go over the fact, I mean, I did a good trade off the bottom of 41, sold I think 61, bought 52, sold early at 59, bought here at 75, sold at 77, bought down here, again, a couple more profit trades. Did buy here at 72, I think it was, and sold at 67. That was my first loss in Litecoin for a while. And now I'm back long at 63 and change. So we're 61.60. So I've got losses small on everything. But I think you want to be long cryptos here. It'd be interesting if stocks dump tomorrow, how they hold up. XRP, same thing, I'd be a buyer down here. If you watch my later videos from 10 days ago, I was calling 5 waves up on the bigger picture. If we go to that here, let me get rid of all the extra. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. I'd said there's possible pullback to 82.50, which is previous support here. I think that still could be a possibility, maybe after a rally up here to 95, 9600. Then I will have to make the call about whether we got an 8200 coming. Again, this last part of this rally I wasn't impressed with. On my software, volume was not coming in on Litecoin and Bitcoin. It came in some on Ethereum. So I thought this was suspect and pretty well somewhat stayed out of trouble on the way down. I was trading 25, 50% positions. I am 75% long now on Bitcoin. So again, I expect a rally. NEO, same type of thing. Heavy selling down here at even at the 10 and 11. So I think this 10 is pretty good support. It did run a quick 17. I think if we got an ABC down, so again, I think we bounce. And then maybe a chance of one more sell-off. So I think in a week or so, be prepared possibly for another sell-off. I still think we've done 1-2s off the low. So I think we're in a bull market. If you can look at this here, again, for new people, I own WyckoffSMI.com, so I do about 95% Wyckoff. I do like to throw some Elliott Wave roadmaps that will coincide with my Wyckoff. So I've got oversold technometers here. That's why I want to try call a low here. And the one way to call a low, again, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for a big 1, and an A down of a 2 wave. So I think we're doing an A here with just some type of rally and then maybe selling again. This could be all of 2, which means we're ready to ignite to the upside. But for right now, my Elliott wave count is as such: 5 up, looking for an ABC down to 8,200, but would be long here. So platinum, gold, silver, I'm still pretty bearish on the metals. I think stocks can have another sell-off again after a rally for a few weeks. And then after another sell-off, another scare, I really think we're still in the bull market. Hate to say that because I think the Fed is low rates, has manipulated this thing higher, but I think the U.S. is the only place to be. I think stocks are going to start another bull market a month or 2 out. And maybe not straight bull market, but still higher prices. So I think you want to look at stocks you want to own and be prepared to buy on breaks. George, you got stopped out at 210. We talked about that last night. So Litecoin, same type of thing. You can see in the green, 5 waves up. ABC down there might be completed. So again, Litecoin has been a little bit stronger. Or we rally and then come down again to 50 support for the next wave down. Here's Link. Probably count the same way, 5 waves up into here. Much stronger. ABC may be completed or still could mouse around here. I'd be a buyer of Link on any break. I'd be long here, plus I'd add on any break. There's Tezos, big rally, holding a ton of gains. I mean, obviously this 240 is huge support. Again, I'd be long. I'd be a buyer of any break down to 240 if we would get any type of 8,200 Bitcoin. If we get an 8,200 Bitcoin, you're going to get one more chance to pick some of these coins up. Appreciate it, Scoop. Yeah, GDX, I talked about that being a short. Actually, even the day it gapped higher. I talked about that in my weekend reviews. So it's now back in the middle of the trading range. That was an up thrust. Big volume coming off of it, but we are oversold. So I would think some type of sideways here. Maybe get a rally back up to 30. And then I think GDX is headed lower. I've not been a fan of gold. I do trade GDX quite a bit, and I have had success. TLT has probably been my best trading for pro traders. The last trade we did, we was a buyer down here at 142, and I sold a couple days early up here at 147.80 or so. You will notice, though, we went to oversold on these 4 days of we went from major overbought the day I got out to oversold 3 days later. You can see a technometer 37.29. That kind of led to today's rally. So TLT is probably going to stay elevated, but I think the best of the gains in being long bonds are going to be behind us right here. And probably somewhere to be a good short on TLT, I would think. So that's really all I got. Unless you got any more questions. Johnny, I mean, I really, that's a tough one. We had that sell off down to 86, 86.50 or so a little bit ago. I think that's going to be based on what stocks do here overnight. I'd prefer to say that Bitcoin's already bottomed and we're moving higher, but obviously I'm long, so I'm going to be a little bit biased. We are oversold on the technometer readings. I showed those earlier. Let me grab those real quick. I do have I've got some issues with the software. It's still kicking out good data, but I do have my developers working on that. So we will get that figured out here. Then I'm really going to probably be offering that as a subscription service. So 88.24, if we zoom in, you can see we did the 86.50 or so. Maybe a head and shoulders bottom here if you trade those, which I don't. But again, we've got technometer oversold. So I am long, looking for higher prices. I think if stocks open lower and reverse higher tomorrow, I think that'll just provide more fuel to the cryptos headed higher. Dubai, I think if stocks fall, I don't know, 4, 5, 600, I would think that could bring in a little bit of selling, but I don't. Again, I think cryptos have already bottomed. I mean, maybe we do a quick scare down below 8,500. I'm not sure. I probably will not be running stops down there on Bitcoin because I do want to be long and I don't want to get caught up in the stock craziness. Steve-O, I mentioned, I think stocks are still headed higher another year or two. I think we're in the middle of an ABC down to scare everybody. I think we're completing the first part of that now. Tomorrow, maybe. Again, guys, do your own research. Take a risk that you can afford. Uh, I try to get my risk reward and give good ideas, but it's scary times right now. But I would be a buyer tomorrow. Look for some type of relief rally. Maybe out 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe be careful about another sell-off. It's going to be kind of hard though, because obviously the virus news has helped cause this. And hold on 1 second. So I don't know what, we might be getting more, the largest percent of the correction right now because of that. I mean, we had definitely on the way up index funds continuing to buy their winners, buying the FANG stocks, etc. So that definitely kind of piled on to the house of cards, and we're now just erasing that. So, but I think, again, Bitcoin, I think could rally out of here. Just guessing 95, 9,600, and then I'm going to have to relook, see what our software looks like. You can see here on Bitcoin, USD, I got a technometer at 37.02. The OP has been in a pretty good solid downtrend. So that is an oversold reading if you're not aware of what we do. Dubai, definitely. The Fed could come in tomorrow and say they're going to lower rates, etc. That'd probably ignite the big rally. So could be a big rally going. They've done that all along. They probably could do that tomorrow. So here's Bitcoin USDT. I think the technometer here is the high 39s. That's where it was earlier. We had Litecoin. Let me check here on our Discord. There's Bitcoin USDT at a technometer of 40. That is pretty oversold for USDT. And then again, earlier today, we had 39 techs on Litecoin and Ethereum. So not major oversold, but definitely oversold. So I agree. Printing of money is still longer term good for crypto. Definitely keeps the speculative spirits alive. So so far, I mean, I think with the stock market sell-off, nobody is selling their crypto to cover any margin calls on stocks. So I think that's good. So again, I think we're a little bit oversold here on the crypto, and that's why I'm long. I will say on some of the smaller caps, I don't mention a lot. I leave that up to Nick. Nick's traded very well the small caps in our Discord. Patreon.com/learncrypto, $40 tier. But I think ETC down here is higher risk, but definitely higher reward. I don't think NEO would be a problem here. XMR, same type of thing. I think XMR's at a good value down here. XRP, I don't trade a lot, but I think that's probably got some value here. There's Nick. There's a Patreon link. I mean, it was a little tough the last few months because we didn't want to be long too much, but the whole world was trying to be long Bitcoin, and we was trying to warn a little bit against that. I thought a correction was coming, but pretty emotional. So I'm bullish longer term, but again, there's some different counts that have us still trading sideways for a while, even lower. So I think you just got to stay on your toes. Yeah, I believe Bitcoin is a good store of value. I don't think it's like gold. I think it's more speculative juices. So as interest rates stay low, Bitcoin's good to go. So the TLT chart, if we go back to that, if you look at the buy signals I've had on TLT, you could have just bought Bitcoin. So again, yesterday we had really another buy on TLT because the oversold technometer. So that just makes me more comfortable that I want to be long Bitcoin here. CHZ, I do not know. That'd be, again, more Nick. Nick's at home, so that's who's commenting there under the yellow Learn Crypto. Nick and I will be back still together. We have no issues. We're just busy with the Discord, really, and busy trading. So we offer a lot of stocks. So we zero back in on the 15-minute. Steep downtrend, trying to put in a low. I don't really have much more to offer here, so I just want to come on here again, be a buyer of stocks, I think, tomorrow, not a seller, and you need to own some crypto here. Shane, I think that says that everything is on sale. What is it? 89% of stocks are in correction mode. Something like 39% are in bear market. So we've had a pretty big sell-off here. So I don't think we're falling apart. So I'm not in that camp. I wasn't in that camp, a year ago, December, when we were making lows. There's 88.40 on Bitcoin, trying to put itself back together from that sell-off in the stock market. Closed was around 8,900, and then I think you probably had a little bit of selling come in here to scare everybody. Binance had that wick. That was like in 1 second, and here we are trying to put ourselves back together. So I'm impressed with that action. Ethereum back to 230. Again, anybody watching this in the Discord, I had some stops at 210. I trade with 3 comma. 3 comma only filled a few stops at maybe Coinbase and Bittrex, I think it was. None of my Binance stops got hit down there. On quick wicks like that, it seems the 3 comma software waits off a few seconds. How much of a trading account would you need to make Discord worthwhile? I mean, I guess I would say 2,500 is probably enough. But we give a lot of cryptos, stocks, stock options. So there's a lot over there. I try to spread the money out. Don't pick and choose. There's 88.65 Bitcoin. There's Litecoin trying to put itself back. Good action in Bitcoin. So, but as everybody knows, I mean, if you got a small account, you can still jump in on a lot of these trades. You can have Robinhood for stocks. I manage money at Charles Schwab for clients. I manage crypto for people in our crypto PCG private client group. 88.75 Bitcoin. Rodriguez, I don't know. I mean, I was hoping to see how tomorrow acted. I still think, the appropriate on Ethereum, I really think We've got the green 5 waves up. We could be completing the wave 4, which means we could go to around 310. Appreciate it, Moxon. I agree with that, Shane. Start small. Do you know what you're doing? 88, 85 Bitcoin. So liking that action. Again, the Discord's 40 bucks a month. I think the values there is 100 bucks a month. So if you do not pay today, unless you want to pay with crypto, we can hit you up in 30 days. If you pay today, you're going to get billed again on the 1st. We will refund those. So anybody that joins tonight or tomorrow and lets us know, we will refund. If you want to join tonight, ton of information there to read, look at trades we did today, yesterday, etc. So join tonight, pay the 40. You'll get hit again March 1, and then hit us up and we'll refund it. That's all I really got. Appreciate the 114. We were obviously having way more followers in here, but we have not been on YouTube very much. We've been doing mostly Patreon only. Try to get back here on YouTube and pick up some of the people that we missed talking to. But that's all I got. Going to get back to watching these things, and I might be live tomorrow morning when stocks open, just because it could be a wild opening. No promise, but I might be. So check it out. Have a good evening.